tell you, I've had enough of this traffic duty.
Well, shouldn't you be in the road?
Look, I've tried it in the road, and I've tried it standing here, and it works better when I stand here, OK?
Well, I'm going in the road.
Well, fine, you go in the road then. It's your point. I'll see you later. Cheers, mate. Appreciate this, Colin. Got to have it back by 4. Can you have a look at the exhaust for me as well?
Yeah, will do.
Cheers. Flash ponce.
Stay there till 10, Narika. Bit of luck the engineer should have turned up by then.
Will do, Sarge.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
I see the lights at Cross Street are still malfunctioning.
Yes, out, sir. Bit of a bind having to cover them.
Well, they're being well paid for it, aren't they? Anything else?
Usual pot boilers, sir. Oh, DAC Hicks has been asking for you.
Hicks? What does he want?
Oh, Mike, don't run away.
Can't stop being busy. Urgent appointment.
One of these days, he's going to meet himself coming back.
I only wanted to tell him about that note in his tray.
Hiya.
Ah, lifesaver, thanks.
There are 2 messages, Mr. Brownlow. DAC Hicks would like to speak to you.
Yes, I know.
And your wife's been on. It is bad luck about your roof.
Please, Marion, it's been the sole topic of a one-sided conversation all night. Yes?
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but your wife is on my extension. I'll transfer it if you like.
No, don't bother. I'll take it in there. Yes? Look, Marjorie, there's absolutely nothing that I can do about it here. Well, you're just as capable of looking up roofers in the Yellow Pages as I am. What do you want of the damn place?
Holiday cottage problem, sir?
Yes. Gales have blown a tree through the roof.
Nasty.
I told them it had Dutch elm disease. Trying to get a tree surgeon up there is like trying to pull teeth.
I thought it was National Trust.
Yes, it is.
Well, you think they'd be falling over themselves?
Well, they're not. And I'm looking at a restricted repair bill.
You want to do what you do here, sir? Give them some grief.
Well, it's bureaucracy gone mad up there. What does Hicks want?
Heinous. Apparently, Garfield failed to salute him this morning when he was leaving Cross Street.
Morning.
Morning.
Is Mr. Burnside around?
No, he's with Sergeant Gregg at a crime prevention seminar, Ma'am.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Is there any reason why all this paperwork isn't being channeled through crime support admin?
Well, they're a bit behind, actually. Quicker this way.
Oh, no, if they've got a problem, it's for them to sort out. I want every piece of paper taken over there and left. Then let's have you on the streets. Old-fashioned crime prevention.
But, Ma'am, we can't actually do that.
I'm not repeating myself, Tosh. Where's Mike Dashwood gone?
If I see him, mind, it'll take you all your time to keep my hands off the swine.
Very good of you to help us out, Mrs. Lawrence. Much appreciated.
That's right. How would you know?
I'll just get the door open and
Yeah.
have a look.
Break his jaw for putting me through this heartache.
Shall I take that for you? Right, up we get.
Being a detective doesn't give you the right to take liberties, young man.
I wouldn't dream of it, Mrs. Lawrence.
Sit you down. Okay?
Performing point duties playing directly into their hands. You should have stood up against Marilyn and the town crier instead of capitulating.
It may have escaped your notice, Reg, but I was given a direct order and there's no way I'm being done for discipline.
Look, we're talking about carcinogens, mate. Lead pollutants ingested directly into the lungs.
Tuna, Reg. Mercury.
Yeah, it's probably dolphin. The future of this planet lies in our hands. It ain't up for jest.
Neither's failing to salute Higgs.
Look, I didn't see his car.
I might as well be talking to myself.
You said it, Reg.
OK, but next time, don't bleat on about headaches. And I'm making representations about point duty above and beyond school and hospital points.
You're a brick, Reg.
And if I was you, I'd get a good wash. All that lead could turn you into an idiot.
Well, of course I understand the situation, but all I can say is I'll speak to the officer concerned. Yes, sir. Well, naturally, I'd feel insulted myself in similar circumstances. Yes, sir.
Oh, Derek, naughty.
Well, all I can say is the engineers have been informed. Yes, sir, of course. Yes, consider it done. Derek!
Sir?
Mrs. Lawrence, I'm sorry. Can I move you over to that side?
Is this going to take long?
Hopefully not.
So, exactly what am I supposed to do?
Well, you keep looking at the front of that building, and if you see the man who said he fixed your roof and then stole your purse, just tell Haley here.
I might be conned once, but never twice. Don't worry, I'll recognise him.
I didn't realise you wore glasses.
I'm 83.
Yeah, well, if you see him.
I've said, haven't I?
No thanks.
Pick one. Hey, look, company.
Remember, tell Haley.
What's she going to do?
Toot. Then I'll go over and get him. We're doing a watching job, love. Be about an hour.
Onerous as the task may appear, Garfield, when you see a senior police officer, you will salute him.
Yeah, but I just finished traffic duty, so I didn't see him.
He's a DAC man.
I know his name, but I just don't really know what he looks like.
What?
Well, I've only ever seen a photo, sir.
You defy understanding, Garfield.
Yeah, but they changed that much, sir.
Look, officer, you sharpen your ideas. Or it won't be another posting you'll be looking at. It'll be alternative employment. Now get out of my sight.
Sir.
Excuse me, Mr. Brownlow. I've managed to get hold of a 1987 copy of the Cumbrian District.
Oh, thank you.
Why don't you come for a coffee and we could compare notes?
Good idea. I could do with a few minutes out the firing line. He is like a man with a few tiles missing.
Pardon?
Treat went through the roof of his holiday retreat.
Nice to be able to afford one.
Yeah, old money on his wife's side, I think.
Oh, sir, there's a bloke at the counter from the engineers department asking for you.
Oh, is there now? Right, come on.
Well, well, a real collector's item. Hollis, wearing a hat, having actually been on the streets.
I'm not wishing to interrupt, sir, but can I speak to you formally? It concerns health and safety.
Going to request a transfer?
I've just returned from Cross Street where Officer Datta's engaged in traffic control.
So?
I think it's a matter that should be discussed seriously, sir.
So you're refusing to mend them?
Your words, not mine, mate.
So I've got to provide police cover while you just think about it, is that right?
Life, innit?
Who's your boss?
So don't start blustering me about staff. If you had my workforce, you'd be in the funny farm.
This is not on, you know. It's just not on.
Look, Derek, isn't it? I've made a note of your complaint. Cross street lights are on the list. We'll get round to them when we can.
Today?
Who knows?
Well, of course I realise it's a specialist job. That's why I'm contacting you. Well, how long is it going to take? 3 months? Look, that's totally unacceptable. Surely there must be some emergency facility for patching it up against the weather. Well, good. How much is that going to cost? How much? £2,000?
See you tomorrow then. Thank you. Bye. Nice to get an early finish.
Finished? What about Kennedy?
The bogus roofer?
Yeah.
It's gone over for a month.
It's what? I'm in charge of that case.
I'm sorry.
Your boss said that Kennedy was up for an interim appearance, that he'd be here.
Look, I just work for CPS, but let's have a look. Yes, Angus Walter Kennedy. No, all parties were informed of the application for a month's adjournment. Defendant not required, defence solicitor only. Papers incomplete, apparently.
I'm sorting out a street ID. Kennedy's done a stack. I submitted those papers myself.
Look, it's no good giving me paper, Mike. Looks like the problem's at your end, for a nice change.
Cross Street.
Before you ask, sir, the answer's a respectful no. Sorry.
Look, I only need short-term cover.
Boss, cross street lights, they could be like that for weeks.
I'm going to have to see your supervisor.
Well, that's up to you, sir. But the last time we covered those lights, we had nothing but trouble over the overtime payments. And then we didn't get it in full. It's not me, but the union might have something to say about it.
Marjorie, I cannot spend all day dealing with this. I've got work to do. Well, I suggest that you try getting a response, because I might as well be talking to the man in the moon. Listen, Marjorie, look. Marjorie, please listen. Now, you get hold of the contractors and you make a decision, all right? Well, that's up to you, but please don't contact me at work again until you get a result, all right?
Where is everybody?
Lunch.
Oh, well, you'll have to do, I suppose.
Well, I'm only new here, but I'll help if I can.
A case of mine was meant to be up in court this morning, and it wasn't. I want to know why.
What name?
Angus Walker Kennedy.
Oh, the man who pretends to be a builder.
I'm listening.
Well, I got mixed up. The papers weren't complete.
I put the papers in myself. All you had to do was push them through a machine.
Well, I'm not used to these new word processors.
I see. The computer's to blame. Oh, well, that's it then, isn't it? I mean, the fact that I'm working my backside off trying to put villains away doesn't matter a fig, because you can't work the word processor.
Look, I did tell the supervisor. The CPS said it would be all right.
It's not all right with me.
I'm sorry.
Do you realise I've wasted a whole morning's work due to this department's inefficiency?
Look, I didn't do it on purpose.
Nobody ever does.
All right.
Bad day.
Just been for a walk. I tell you, if he mentions that damn cottage once more...
Why don't you just tack a sheet of polythene over it as a stopgap?
What, in a national park? You wanted a word?
Cross Street, sir, it's thorny.
Look, we're stuck with the situation. Fine, I've had it up to here.
Well, that's as maybe, sir, but Hollis has made official representation.
Do you know, that man is like a wasp.
A pain, I agree, sir, but this time Bob and I tend to agree with some of his beef.
Yeah. We've been to have a look at the site, sir, and frankly, that junction flows much smoother without traffic lights.
He's right. There seems to be a natural filter at that spot. So, whoever made the decision to install lights there in the first place had absolutely no idea of traffic management.
That's rich, isn't it? Do you know who chaired that committee?
No.
You got me.
Clue. Used to be a chief super on this subdivision.
Oh, no, not DAC Hicks.
Says it all.
So, because it's on his route, we have to cover it.
Don't forget the salute, Andrew.
Yeah, it's giving us a serious resource problem, though, sir.
Look, Andrew, at this moment in time, right, all I want to do is to get through this day, then sink a big gin and tonic in front of Newsnight. The rest is academic.
Aren't you forgetting Hollis, sir?
If he insists on inciting green mutiny, take him down the kennels and strangle him.
She's a nice girl. We try to get the best people. It's an excellent agency. It's difficult enough having to sort these court files out without having detectives going off at half-cock and insulting our staff. I might have been prepared to put it down to a personality clash, but Michelle was very upset.
Yes, come in.
You wanted me, sir?
Ah, Kim. Sergeant Gladwin and Mr. Adrian have a complaint to make.
I'm sorry, Ma'am, but it's a totally out-of-order situation.
I can understand resistance against the department. That's only natural. But we can't have staff berated, Kim.
One of my officers.
DC Dashwood.
In fact, I'm certain it killed off a load of the old regulars. You know, that carbon monoxide. Don't encourage him.
If we were unionised, you'd be a scam.
Why do I get this urge to pull your teeth out with pliers, Hollis? I'm off.
Look, Reg, this may come as a surprise to you, but I enjoyed doing point duty. You know, people actually smiled and waved at me.
Enjoyed it?
Yeah. And here's another point of information. I don't give a toss about global warming, so leave me alone to enjoy the pollution, OK?
In Anglo-Saxon, that is...
Yeah, all right. Message received. Just let them try and put me on the points.
£3,200? Yes, I know I asked you to make a decision, Marjorie. I didn't expect you to bankrupt me in the process.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Brownlow.
Oh, it's all right.
I'll come back when you're not so busy.
Yes.
Ah, Mike, take a seat.
Thanks.
Something bothering you?
No, Mum.
Sure?
Positive, Mum.
That's surprising, because I've just come from a very interesting meeting concerning you.
Me?
Yes, you don't have much time for our crime support unit, I understand.
That? No.
So, what's your problem?
Oh, it's quite simple, Mum. Due to their incompetence, they mucked up a case of mine today.
Ah, Kennedy, the distractions offence.
Yes.
Not a very good one, though, was it? Evidentially quite weak, if I remember right.
That's my gripe. Their stupidity has destroyed any chance of putting a further charge to him. And ended my credibility with a good contact and an old woman who says she's never going to help the police again.
Would that be Mrs. Lawrence?
Actually, yes.
And in your wisdom, you decided she should be hawked about outside a court building in the vain hope that she might pick out Kennedy in some impromptu street ID?
It was the only chance I had.
Fraught with problems, non-starter.
What was I expected to do? I was investigating a crime.
You're forgetting. I've been there, applied the same pressure. Get a maybe identification in the hope you can exert pressure on your punter.
Kennedy deserves it.
Yes, I agree, and 3 years ago you could have got away with it. But you knew Kennedy was going to be there. It would stink to high heaven as a set-up job. The identification wouldn't even get beyond CPS.
At least I would have given him a good run.
With the hollow threat that every time he steps out on the street, you'd have some old biddy in her best clothes waiting to point an arthritic finger at him. No, Mike, it's like car conversation. Can't happen anymore.
I would have stood a fighting chance if the support unit had done their job.
Tell me, what was your motivation in treating that girl so unsympathetically?
If she can't use a computer, she should be out.
And that justifies your bypassing the chain of command?
Come on, Mum. Civvies are taking over this job. A whole morning wasted. And not just mine, people I've cultivated, gave my word to. And then I take the flak because of some daft girl. I'm sorry, am I under a microscope here, Mum?
Tell me, is there something I should know?
Like what?
Well, do you have a problem at work, at home?
I don't have any problems.
But there's something niggling me at the back of my mind about you. All right, so you're always immaculate and your pocketbook is spotless, but if you were giving it 100%, you wouldn't really have the time. Tell me, what are your ambitions?
I don't want to talk about it.
Which confirms my feelings about you.
Which are?
You have an attitude problem.
Mum, this is way out of order.
I believe in saying it as I see it, and in my view, you are a loner and somewhat on the defensive. Is that fair?
Whatever you say, this morning's cock-up had nothing whatsoever to do with me.
I think before you let your mouth run away with your brains, you better come with me.
Well, it's not one of mine, I'm sorry. Do you fancy another cup of tea, Viv? Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Making this as embarrassing as possible, Mum.
Examined your tray this morning?
I've been too busy wasting time.
Might be prudent to.
I've been stitched here.
Would you like to read it to me, please?
The case of Andrew Watson Kennedy is to be adjourned. Officer and witnesses not required for court.
Not required. And what date was that signed?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. And by whom?
You. But I cannot...
No buts, Mike. Final. Now, I want you to take stock. I don't know where your mind is, but it's certainly not on work. And you can resist me all you like, but I intend to find out.
Everything all right?
No, accident, sir. Sierra 1 from Sierra Oscar. Atkinson Road, traffic light, Sirius PI accident. 4 vehicles. Traffic patrol and ambulance on way.
Sierra 1 received. I've got data with me. They're in 2 minutes.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 3. Tell the governor I'm attending to assess the situation.
Come on, we're on overtime. Let's get the big boot now.
It's been one of those days, Kim. You heard about my roof?
Oh, yes, sir. It sounds expensive.
Yeah, it's prohibitive. Now, what's Dashwood got to say for himself?
Well, I've got a feeling there could be a ticking bomb there.
Well, it's probably just a momentary lapse. We're all entitled to one.
But let's hope so, sir.
Yes, come in. If it is Marjorie, I do not want to know.
No, staff problem, sir.
Yes?
The lights at Cross Street have been fixed, sir.
Go on.
Well, apparently when the engineers were sorting it out, some cables were disturbed, which in turn blacked out Atkinson Road, causing the accident earlier.
The point, please, Derek.
Hollis is trying to persuade the late shift to down tools on traffic control. Now, he's talking about making it a false issue. It's a tricky one, sir, because for whatever the reasons, headquarters are going to be squinting at us for allowing the situation to escalate. And what with Hicks's observations this morning.
Right. Come with me.
The service should be switching into environmental issues. If we give in to the management now in doing dangerous tasks, we might as well be Pavlov's dogs,
What's
right?
going on here?
I'm not being awkward, sir. It was just necessary to point out the responsibilities we had on the green issue.
Right, we're all up to date on the rainforest, are we? And I suggest we get out on the streets and do what we're paid for, police work. Now, go on, move.
But, sir,
I've got a very important job for you, Hollis.
Yes, of course, sir, anything.
Atkinson Road traffic lights.
But, sir,
move!
Right, OK, sir. I was just giving a view.
If I get one whiff of disaffection from you, Hollis, your feet will not touch the ground. Now, go on, get out.
Yes, sir.
Burglars are easy, staff are impossible. It's about time people realised who was running this show.
Yes, Derek.
Mind you, it's the best management motivator ever.
What is?
Grief. Reaches parts of the station other methods can't reach.
Oh, come on.
Elastic's probably snapped.
Give it back, Hollis.
Yeah. My brother works for a microwave firm. Oh, that's right, there's no need to thank me. No, that's what colleagues are for. Punks. So you come to work in the station, then?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mrs. Brownlow. I don't know where he is. But if you'd like to hang on for a bit, I'll try to connect you.
Please. I'll be right down there.
Oh, dear.
Only left it here for one night. One night! I mean, someone must have seen something. There's someone in those houses. It has to be.
Yeah, it's all right, sir. Just calm down. So is it your boyfriend, is it?
Daniel.
No?
Lawrence Daniel.
Is it your boss?
registered in your name? Yes.
Yes,
Look, it's not me you should be questioning. It's the thieving Herberts living round here.
Yes, sir. And what time did you return to the vehicle?
8 o'clock this morning.
I see.
I can understand him being a bit gutted. I mean, I'd feel a bit gutted myself.
Yeah, not as gutted as all that.
Well, I'm not an RT driver, am I?
What is it with you lot? You accuse women of being bitchy.
I'm not being bitchy. I'm saying I sympathise with him.
Come on, you're rubbing it in. You love it, don't you?
Seriously, right? If it was a toss-up between Steve Loxton and Tony Stamp, it's got to be Tony. No questions. Don't you think?
I don't know Steve that well.
No, well, there you are. Who does? I mean, put it another way. Another RT driver on the relief, fair enough. Split it 50-50. But it doesn't pan out that way, because Tony ain't been out for weeks.
As you keep telling him.
Yeah, well, just keep his score, Jim, that's all.
I think it's Munro. One scratch bumper and that's it as far as he's concerned.
Inspector Munro, if you don't mind.
If you've got a problem, you should see him about it, not sit there whinging at me.
Skip, I got this woman here says she's looking at 2 blokes acting suspiciously outside Farrell's service station, Platford Road.
You got a name?
Yeah, Edith Roberts.
Well, it's a bit late for Edith, isn't it? She's normally reporting people long before this.
What do I tell her, Sarge?
Yeah, we'll send someone along.
Someone will be there shortly, Mrs. Roberts.
It's making a noise like a DC-10. Never mind what it's doing to people's lungs.
I'm saving up for a catalytic converter.
181 receiving, Tony.
Can I have a look at your MOT, please, mate?
Farrell service station, Platford Road. Can you check it out? Probably LOB.
Reg down. How much you paying for this then?
2 males, both IC1, sitting outside in a Capri.
Yeah, trouble with this sort of theft is lack of serial numbers.
Number.
Without the numbers, you can't trace them.
Well, how the hell am I supposed to get home?
1 Victor.
I mean, any chance of a lift somewhere?
Sorry, sir. We can't carry unauthorised passengers. It's a company policy.
Have a word with Mrs. Roberts.
Yeah, but I've got to get back to Islington.
Well, there is an underground station about 15 minutes down that road.
I know that, but I've got no money. I had to get a cab to pick up the car.
Any good, are they, these cars?
Not without wheels, no. Hey, Debs!
Do you know your road fund licence had expired?
Sierra Oscar from 181. Robbery in progress, Farrell service station.
They're holding up the place. Better keep out of their way.
All right.
One of them's got a machete.
Okay, just stay there. Assistance required, Sierra Oscar. 2 suspects armed with offensive weapons.
Stay where you are, Norika. Keep out of sight.
Look, I don't care where you're going for your holidays, right? You've got 7 days to produce your driver's...
Dave!
Lucky boy.
Well, don't forget to produce your documents within the next 7 days.
Progress, Farrell service.
Received Sierra 1, present location Winchester Street, ETA 4 minutes.
4 minutes? You're joking, I'll do it in 2.
Ladies, move it! Come on, come back, clear back. You 2, come on, sir. Back, move it. Oi, you!
What?
Behind the car.
What?
Get behind the car now.
My baby's in the back.
Right, I'll get it. Move. Hello, darling. What's your name then? From 181, 2 suspects heading south towards the High Street in a dark blue Ford Capri. Index number Juliet Lima November 881 Victor.
Received, Norika.
Ambulance required. Male, serious head injuries.
Yeah, I've got it! It's a dark blue Ford Capri heading south along Platford Road.
All units, stand by.
All units from 643. We're in pursuit of suspect vehicle, blue Capri, going the wrong way up Gallater Street. Repeat, Gallater Street.
Out of the
Yes, git.
Right into Fairfield Road, passing Unigate Dairy.
Damn, we're losing them. We've got to get off this poxy road. Where does that go? That runs parallel with Fairfield Road, right down to the... What was your driving instructor, Nigel Mansell?
Traffic ahead. Mounting pavement. We're hitting a humpback bridge. We're over the bridge. I can't see him. We've lost him. Left, there he is.
Approaching the humpback now.
He's heading on the wrong way.
Over the humpback bridge.
Can you see the RT car?
He's right up our backside, Sarge.
What's it? Get out of the way, will you?
Pull over. What? Pull over.
does another right, he'll hit a dead end.
You can't keep this up. Yeah, I know. We're approaching the width restrictions. Through the width restrictions. Suspect vehicle now turning right to Barnsbury Road, heading towards the Barnsbury Estate. Suspect vehicle now heading north towards Scannell Road. We're gonna lose him. Come on! All right. Yeah, you all right, Steve? You all right? Sierra Oscar from Sierra 1.
Sierra 1 receiving. Are you receiving, Sierra 1? Over.
Polak. Require ambulance and police assistance.
Yes, I can hear you.
Ambulance required. Farmer Road, junction with Barnsbury Road. We're all right, but the other car's a bit of a mess.
Sunhill Police, require ambulance.
Sierra Oscar to all units.
You stupid! What the hell were you playing at, didn't you? Oh. You all right, mate? Can you move? Can you talk to me?
I saw what happened. He just couldn't have heard you. I mean, I heard the siren from the kitchen and I was
Yeah,
like,
right, look, I'll take a statement off you, mate. All right? Look, do us a favour and stop me in traffic. Come on.
That better, mate. Right, can you tell me your name?
as well.
Didn't see us coming, did you? Didn't look, eh? Didn't you hear the siren? All right. You okay now, mate?
Just move out of the way, mate.
He was out of order.
Yeah, I know.
There was no way I could avoid him. Had my lights on, he had fair warning.
Just stand over there, mate, all right?
I just sort of noticed it. I wasn't thinking about it.
Could you describe who was it?
Two blokes. Might have been a bloke and a woman, I don't know. We just didn't see your car.
Well, the traffic department will talk to you about that later.
We were having a row.
Sorry.
Just a stupid row. You don't expect someone to be travelling that fast, do you?
Can you tell me the name of the victim, Mr. Farrell? I'll eat something, I don't know, one of those Indian names. Have a word with my secretary, she's got all the personal details. Listen, how long have you fellas got to be hanging about here today? Good morning.
I need full details of the night's takings, Mr. Farrell.
Yeah. Sure, what did he think he was doing, eh? Dozy fool. Well, he could have put up a better fight, right?
Yeah, well, we'll be going through the takings very carefully, so for your sake, I hope they're in order.
Oh, well.
Yes.
The baseball bat they left behind is new, so that should be easy to trace. And there's some beautiful dabs back there.
Ironical, isn't it? We get a good result, easy to solve, and it's going to end up as a national headline of a police cock-up. What will we do without you lot?
I've been called back to the station, Gav.
Yeah, all right, off you go. Oh, hang on. I heard about your bit of daring do earlier on. Well done. No, seriously. Took a bit of bottle, that. Lamb and flag later on.
Maybe.
This is Loxton, is that right? Okay, Steve. Well, obviously, this is a regrettable little incident. We're going to have to look into it very carefully. You know how it goes. You'll be off the cars for a while, so I'm hereby informing you that as from now, you're formally suspended from driving police vehicles. That clear? Right. I'll be needing to talk to you about it, but we'll only be in the way here. So why don't you go back to the station, get yourself a cup of tea and wait for me there, all right? Sir.
Sorry, sir. Any chance of a lift? Stringer?
The registered owner is Richard Thomas Braden of 15 Overley Street, Battersea. He's got previous, drug-related, but nothing serious. Now, the car's not been reported lost or stolen.
Well, it wouldn't be yet, would it? I don't believe they use their own.
Well, it might. No one said they had to be clever, do they?
Yeah, but they don't have to be educationally subnormal, do they? I mean, who'd do a blag in his own motor?
We'll ask, what's his name again?
Yeah, I suppose he could have driven over from Battersea. Cheers.
Just as well Cinderella didn't go to the ball, isn't it? One more prang in your record, that would have put the lid on it.
Be nice to get a result. Huh. Do you recognise either of these two?
That's a good clear shot, though, when he comes through the door, look. Clear as we're going to get, anyway.
He still doesn't ring any bells with me. The car's registered to a Richard Braden in Battersea.
Well, maybe they're known down here, then.
Well, they should do. He's got form.
Old petty offences, though, aren't they?
Petty offenders make messy blaggers. Give us that tape, man.
My sister saw it in the West End, Leicester Square. And I mean, the difference between that and the video, it's like miles away. Anyway, the Empire are running it.
When
I
are you
thought,
thinking of going?
like tomorrow night, I thought a whole crowd of us might go.
2 teas, please.
See there.
Sorry to start your day off on the wrong foot. I think it's clear, sir, that we should be reviewing the eligibility of certain officers for advanced driving as a matter of some urgency.
Well, if you can create more places for them at Hendon, Andrew, you do so.
Point taken, sir, but it's the officers we already have as advanced drivers who are a concern to me.
Andrew, it's not our concern, it's traffic division's.
Well, technically, yes, but...
Well, let's just leave it with them, shall we? At least until the investigation's over. Sounds to me as though PC Loxton stands a better chance with them than he does with you.
Well, actually, I don't think he will. The traffic division sergeant on the scene suggested that this incident was more than likely avoidable.
Andrew, just leave it, will you? I can do without your interference in this matter, all right? Thank you. Oh, and could you send WPC data up here as soon as possible?
Data?
Yes, I want to commend her for her quick thinking at the garage this morning. You might do the same if you get the chance.
I already have, sir.
They're going to want a statement. Well, what have you got on the Fed rep or what? No, I mean, from me. So, well, you were doing 65. I mean, that's what I'm going to have to say. Is that a problem? Well, when they ask, I'm going to have to say that, you know, the truth. I mean, I'm just telling you that's what I'm going to say. Oh, thanks. Well, once you're going that fast, you are taking a risk. In other words, you're saying, I'm going to drop you in it, all right? I'm going to drop you in it, and I just thought I'd tell you that's what I'm going to do. That's what you're saying, isn't it? Look, don't take it like that. You say what you like, all right? Anything you like. I don't give a damn what you say. All right, OK, I'll talk to you later. No, I'd leave him alone if I was you. I think you'd prefer it. I think I might have killed somebody.
Yeah, look, this is D.I. Burnside, Scannell. Is D.I. Coleman there, please? Yeah, all right, oh, hang on. Hello, Al? Yeah. How's tricks? Yeah, great, yeah. Here, listen, Al, can you do me a favour? Yeah, I seem to remember you doing all. Richard Thomas Braden. Ring any bells? Yeah. Yeah. What, is that drugs related? Yeah, that figures. Yeah, he has, as a matter of fact. Dropped one of our uniforms right in it. Yeah, so listen, Al, is he hard or is he soft? Oh, yeah. Well, if he's that easy, I think I might chance my arm myself. Hey, look, is there any chance of getting this on for this morning? It's urgent. Yeah, all right, I'll hang on. Alistair, Tosh, in here.
Look, you're bound to have heard this before, but it happens. I've had pranks, some injuries, I don't mind admitting it.
Don't you?
No, because they're all done in the execution of duty. I mean, they give you the machine, you use it, it's what it's for.
Except it's not a prank, is it?
Oh, come on. What did you do? Go out looking for it? Of course not.
Yeah. But I was out of control.
Come on.
Oh, no. Not the car. Me. I mean, look at me. You trust me with an area car?
Look, you're in shock. You've had an accident. I know what they're like.
You ever put someone in hospital?
Well, no, I've been lucky.
Then you don't know what it's like, do you? And 10 to 1, neither will Lamb. I mean, he'll have a clean record.
Look, Steve, you'll be all right. I mean, put it this way. No one wants a bad result, do they?
Oh, great. Square it up. Solve everyone's problems.
But what do you want? Do you want your licence back or don't you?
Loxton, there's a Chief Inspector Lamb from traffic for you in my office. I think he's connected with your Polak.
Well, let's face it, she was a candidate for the dog zone.
You talk about not just for Christmas. I had a hell of a job getting rid of her.
You shouldn't have given her your phone number.
I didn't. Turned out her sister was a traffic warden at our neck.
In position, Gov.
Here we go.
Mr. Braden.
Come here! Stay! Stay! Push! Push! Get him over there! Leave him alone!
You prat. You got quite a reception committee waiting for you two.
You're doing all right for yourself these days, Gov.
Yeah, not bad, Steve. I'd have thought you'd have some stripes by now. Have we got anything to worry about on this? Strictly off the record.
I had my lights on. The siren was going. Apparently, he was arguing with his old lady. He had his radio on. I don't think I want to say any more.
All right, lad, all right. Only asking. How are you feeling?
Fine.
Nothing else to say?
Only that I regret what happened.
Yeah, I think we can take that as read.
How was the driver?
Oh, probably 3 months in hospital. But he'll get out in one piece.
Is that all then, Gov?
You were lucky. Could easily have been a death by reckless.
Yeah, but it isn't.
Not this time. On your way.
Thanks, Gov.
You should be very proud of yourself. You're not embarrassed by that, Marika, are you?
Well, a bit, sir. I mean, I just did what I thought was necessary. Oh, I don't mean that. I didn't actually think at all. I just sort of did it. So courage doesn't really come into it.
You mean you were in the right place at the right time?
Oh, the wrong place at the wrong time. I was dead scared afterwards, I can tell you.
Look, whatever you call it, thoughtlessness or bravery, not many people, not even most policemen, would have done what you did.
Isn't that another point, sir?
I'm sorry.
Well, the way I see it, if it had all gone wrong, if they'd have seen me and they were armed, well, they could have killed me, or the child. What would it have been called then? Brave or thoughtless?
I call it unlucky.
Nice one. Well done, mate. Yeah, what'd I tell you, mate? No worries. Tell you what, they'll be queued up to go on the driver's course, yeah? You want route, Phil?
No, I was going to say, we going down the pub later? Yeah, probably owe you one.
Here, you on for one later, Tom?
I'll try and look in you.
Good. Oh, good, a free pint.
Oh, skippers? I don't know about that.
Shall I bring along my copy of the Highway Code, then?
Celebrating a bit early, lads.
It'll be open and shut, won't it, sir?
I meant the relief, actually. There's another 2 hours before the rest of you knock off.
See you later.
Yeah. Alec, a quick word?
Yes, sir.
Ah, good result then.
Not yet.
Nah, but it will be. I mean, he should be driving within 6 weeks.
Probably, yeah.
You coming down the boozer then later?
No.
Well, there's area car solidarity for you.
Actually, I will be taking Steve for a pint once the bloke's out of intensive care.
Go straight up there, Earthsea Road will be the second on your right. Okay. Have a nice day. Thanks, Em.
How can you be running, man? What do you think you're a hooligan, I'm telling you? Yeah? Boy!
Cheers, mate.
You were planning to take that back, weren't you?
What?
The glass. Just drop it off outside the pub, all right?
I don't believe this. No, they said we could have it. No, don't lie about it. She knows we robbed it. So? Are you going to nick us for it then, are you, love?
Not today, mate. You're in luck. So do yourselves a favour, all right?
No. But I tell you what, though. Give us your hand here.
Just put the glass down on the pavement.
Sure. Are you happy now?
All right. I'm arresting you for criminal damage.
You cow.
Oh, get off me! Oh. Urgent assistance! 487!
487 from Sierra Oscar. Are you receiving? 487, can you hear me? All available units to beat 4. That was Kathy Marshall with an urgent assistance. Location unknown. Has anyone seen her?
Listen, you better hurry. There's a copper being beaten up round the corner.
All right, cheers. Thanks a lot.
Come on, Jack, let's run for it, man.
You okay?
Yeah.
Sierra Oscar for 85. I found Kathy in Broad Place. We've got 2 U's legging it down Grove Lane. They're heading south. Are you sure you're okay?
Get off.
Okay.
All units from Sierra Oscar. 487 has been assaulted in Broad Place. 2 youths heading south down Grove Lane, being chased by 218. Units to assist. 487 from Sierra Oscar. How are you, Kat? 487, we need some detailed descriptions. Kathy, are you all right?
Come on.
Now in Nelson Grove Road, heading for the park!
Right, here we go. 2 youths, IC1, age 19 or 20. First one was wearing
Sierra Oscar from 218. I think they've run into Nether Hill Park, Sarge. Netley Road entrance. Can you get a unit to cover the far exit? I'm gonna go in.
No, you're not. Stay there until we've sent someone to block the entrance. Otherwise, we'll lose them.
Yeah, okay, Sarge. I'll stop here.
It's all right.
Hey, see if you can turn up any witnesses, eh? Come on, see this. How are you?
Fine.
The ambulance is on its way. It's the shock you've got to watch out for, mind. It'll hit you when you least expect.
We've got 2 men in the park, and there's nowhere much to hide because we've got both exits blocked off.
Unless they didn't go in the park in the first place.
Well,
Sierra Oscar from 218. We've lost them, Sarge. They just disappeared.
yeah, all right, you did your best. Sierra 1, get back to the Netley Road area. We'll see if we can catch up with them there.
Now, obviously, this firm is going to need inside information to pull off this job. There's a security guard who got sacked about 6 months ago. He's in the frame.
Crawley.
That's right. He's the one who knows how to disable the alarms. But first, they got to get inside and take out the current security guard, Lambert, in there. Now, the most important thing is that we don't make our move too soon. We've got to give them time to load their truck. Otherwise, we'll be lucky to nick them for criminal damage.
And assault.
Yeah, maybe. That's assuming they give Lambert a spanking.
Is that likely?
Well, it's a risk. So, any questions?
Yeah. What about tipping Lambert off? Just to let him know that he may be in for a spot of bother.
Good question. What do you say, Viv?
Well, makes sense to warn him. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, he's 60-odd. I mean, he's not used to this sort of aggro.
Yeah, but on the other hand, that is what he's paid for, to take risks. And we have to bear it in mind that he could be pally with one of the gang. Could jeopardise the operation.
That's what I thought.
Look, Gov, we know the boys who are doing this raid. They're a nasty bunch.
Yes, Tosh?
Well, it's just I don't feel great about it, that's all I'm saying. I mean, this old boy could get a knock on the head while we sit up here talking about our charge sheets.
He's ex-army. He knows the score. He won't mind.
What if he does mind?
Well, that's just too bad, isn't it?
First of all, station first. Kathy! Oh, dear.
It's okay, I'm fine.
Oh, what happened, Kath? I mean, we only got half a story, you know how it is.
Just the usual, couple of kids drunk too much at lunchtime.
They say Sunday's the day for it, don't they?
Managed to get yourself some battle scars, ain't I?
Oh, nothing too serious. Apart from losing the buttons on my tunic.
You'll never get those replaced.
At least you should be able to take a couple of weeks off and get yourself some compensation.
A bit like winning on the bingo, really.
Bad news, I'm afraid, Kathy.
No trace of them.
No.
Figures.
Come on through to my office. Alec, organise some tea, would you?
No, what did you say to after that? No, much, we're down. Hey? You did.
Hello, Joe.
What do you reckon?
I don't see it myself. Not these lads.
Maybe not. Then the first one said, "Don't lie, we did nick it." And he smashed the glass, and then the attack began.
Had you arrested them?
Well, sort of. I just started the caution when he had a go at me, the little one. He grabbed the radio before I could call in the location.
And what else was said during the attack?
Oh, just abuse, sir.
What sort of abuse?
General abuse, sir. One of them called me an old cow. And then...
What happened when the panda car appeared?
One of them said, "We've got to go, Jacko," or "Let's run for it, Jacko." He mentioned a name. That's it, the short one. His name is Jacko.
Jacko. Jack, maybe, or Jackson. Now we're getting somewhere.
All units from Sierra Oscar. This is a revised description of the two youths that assaulted WPC Marshall. Now I want a result on this one by the end of the day, and no mucking about. First description, male, IC1, short.
There was an element of sexual interference in the attack, and that's what's making it so hard for her.
I see.
And the idea was to inflict maximum humiliation. No provocation, both lads fairly sober.
Just National Basher Copper Week.
Now, that's about the size of it.
What about witnesses?
Loxton took some names and addresses at the scene. We'll do a house-to-house later this afternoon. I've sent Young and Loxton to look around the pubs in the area where the two boys might have been drinking.
I'll try looking through the crime report, see what I can find.
Kathy remembered a nickname the lads used. She's looking it up in the file in the collator's office. I'm going to show myself as investigating officer on this one. I want a quick result. And I'm going to press for a Section 20 and a sexual assault. I don't want this to be fobbed off as assaulting a police officer and tried in a magistrate's court.
Understood. If you need me for anything, just call.
Jim, any sightings yet?
No, Duff. Not a thing. We're tucked way out the way here. Did you pick up the news on the talk-through?
Yeah, Kathy Marshall's been done over. Well, you know what they say? Some people get all the luck, and some don't.
Poor Kathy.
That's the job for you. We all have to take our knocks.
I thought you were off home.
In a bit. Just looking through these first.
Any luck?
Not really. Good to be doing something, though.
Who did you see in casualty?
Clark.
Oh, pity.
Why?
No, it's just that June's got to go down and take a statement from the casualty officer. I think she was hoping for Dr. Herbert.
I see what she means. He's worth going into cardiac arrest for.
So, how are you feeling?
I'm fine. Just a bit bruised. This won't show much.
Nasty business. Listen, why don't I call round tonight when I get off work?
Oh, really? There's no need?
No, honestly, we could get a takeaway. I'll bring some wine.
I'm fine, really.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Well, if you say so.
Yeah.
Well, I won't keep you.
I didn't mean that. I'm sorry, Narika. I'm being ratty.
That's all right.
I'll see you later, then.
Great.
It's very helpful, thank you.
Sure.
Sarah Oscar from 134. Possible lead here, Narika. Suspect's name, Tom Dukes. Local lad. Conviction for GBH. Landlord says he's known for picking fights for no good reason. Looks a likely one, this.
Great, thanks, Phil.
Thanks again, mate.
Hi, mate.
Tom Dukes, isn't he on the Harcourt estate?
Yeah, that's right. Send Ackland and String around. I'm going to nip through and see how Kathy Marshall is. And don't forget to keep Mr. Munro posted.
It's nice to know he cares.
Don't be cheeky.
643 from Sierra Oscar.
Kath?
Oh, any news, Sarge?
Yeah, we've got a lad in the frame, a local lout. We've sent June and Barry over to see him.
Right.
So how are you feeling now?
Like sewage, Sarge, I've got to admit it.
Well, it's hardly surprising, is it? Not nice when the public bites back.
The thing that guts me, though.
Yeah?
Well, where were they? A citizen gets attacked on the street, I come pounding to the rescue. But when I was down on the pavement getting hit, not one of them stopped to help. They all stood around watching.
Now, steady on.
No, I won't steady on. What kind of attitude is it? I risked my neck for those idiots on the street, and what do they do back?
Don't read too much into it. People get frightened. Well, look, they see an incident, they freeze.
Oh, come off it.
Besides, it's not always like that. I've seen people wade in to help a copper. And what about the young black kid, eh? He got hold of Garfield, didn't he? Eh? He didn't bottle out.
I didn't hear about that.
Well, a lot has happened.
You're telling me. Sorry, Sarge.
I don't need to be sorry. Get it out of your system. But don't go around banging people's heads against the side of the van as a way of getting your own back.
Hardly my style, is it?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Sir?
You've heard about our suspect? You're looking tired, Kathy. Go sick, all right?
I ought to carry on looking through the files, sir. If the lad doesn't cough, we'll need something on who his pals might be.
CID can handle that. You've done enough for now.
But, sir...
Don't fight me on this. You're all in, and you're about to flop. Better to do it in the privacy of your own home.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Bob.
Sir?
I think your break must be over by now. Better head back to cab.
Yeah, right, sir.
You understand we're not charging you?
Look, I know the form, just get on with it, right? My mum's gonna go spare at all this.
Right, where were you between 2 and 3 o'clock today?
I was at home.
Not down the pub?
No.
Why is that then, eh? Sunday lunch, best time for a quiet drink.
Look, I've told you I was at home. I wasn't well. So who got beaten up then?
Thanks for this, Tony.
No problem. Turn the lights on for you if you like. How do you fancy a high-speed chase?
That'd cheer me up.
So, what exactly happened then? Did they...
Don't worry, Tony. I'm still a virgin.
Sorry, didn't mean to pry.
Carver, there's a van coming round the corner. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Great. This looks more like it.
Garv, you better stand back a bit. They may be on the lookout for civilians.
Sierra Oscar 7 and Sierra Oscar 10 from DI Burnside. Suspect van's in sight.
He's not stopping, he's driving straight past.
Probably sussing out the plot.
Let's hope they come back then.
Sir! Bad news, sir. Tom Dukes is in the clear.
Now, why is that bad news? We wouldn't want to arrest an innocent man, would we?
No, but...
Well then, what's his alibi?
Well, he claims he was ill all night and the doctor came to see him after lunch. Well, I've tracked down the doctor, he confirms the story. Covers the period of the attack totally.
All right. Then we'll try something else.
Sure.
Let me know how you get on.
Yes, sir.
Tom Duke in the clear then, eh?
Yeah, so I hear.
Yeah, we'll get him for something else, don't worry. Well, it's not him I'm after. It's the guys who did wallop Kathy. Nobody hits our plonks, right?
Right. Hey, you know what I heard?
What?
You know them blokes, copped a feel? I heard by the time she got to casualty, Kath had a smile on her face from ear to ear.
Oh, very funny, Steve. Must remember that one.
340 from Sierra Oscar.
340 receiving.
There's a shop window smashed in at Tesco's in Brett Street. The manager's on the scene sounding pretty miffed. Can you assist?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll take that. Sierra Oscar from 134. I'm in the area. I can take that call. See you.
Hey, sense of humour failure there, right?
Wrong. I'll tell you something, old son. If you don't start watching it, I could go off you in a big way. Right?
Go. Sierra Oscar 7 and Sierra Oscar 10 from Burnside. Get your hands out your trouser pockets. Looks like it could go down any time. So get ready to move. Tush.
Yes, sir.
You got that security guard's phone number?
I should think so, yeah.
Well, give him a ring. Tell him to lock himself in and expect aggro. Well, if he is bent, it's too late for him to do anything about it now. Might as well give it a whirl.
Oh, I should have done something. I should have called the police.
Oh well, no harm done, eh? How far away from them were you?
Oh, about, well, about the distance from here to that wall.
The one who seemed familiar. Can't remember where you saw him?
No, not really. In this area, I think.
On his own or with a group?
I don't know. I told you. It's just that he seemed familiar.
Well, is he a neighbour? Does he work locally? It's all right, don't rush yourself. He'll come back to you.
Well, actually, I think he does work near here. But I can't think where. I just think I've seen him behind a counter, serving me.
Supermarket? Corner shop? Newsagent?
Supermarket. The Shop and Save in Barrow Lane.
God, one of them's just gone over the fence.
How you getting on, Tosh?
Oh, it's engaged, Gov. He's probably on the phone to his missus.
Well, maybe the line's bust.
Oh, come on, for heaven's sake, answer your own phone, will ya?
All right, leave it, Tosh. It's too late now, anyway.
Well, let's move in on it then.
No, don't be in such a hurry. We're going to wait until we see the whites of their eyes.
Sir, Loxton's turned up a witness who says she recognises one of the lads who attacked Kathy Marshall. He's been working in her area.
Yes?
Behind the till in her local supermarket. Now, Reg Hollis reckons it might be one of the lads we pulled in about 3 months ago for pilfering, and he got the sack because of it.
What's the name?
Ronald Arthur Jacobs of 155 Bellingham Street. Garfield's on his way there now.
Jacobs. Jacko. I'll go round myself to pick him up. Call Garfield and tell him to wait.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to be in at the kill on this one.
They're done, Gov. Laura's driving away from the loading bay.
Go! 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 Come on, Tush. Let's get him. One again! In any case, we need to urge Kathy to come back to duty as soon as possible. We'll give her restricted duties until her stitches heal.
Sir.
It's like driving after an accident. She needs to get her confidence back.
Yes, sir.
And it would help if we could nail those beggars who turned her over.
Even if we catch them, they'll only get community service or a suspended sentence with a £10 holiday voucher.
Don't be such a cynic, Alec.
Comes with the territory, sir.
Come here. Okay, go. I got him. All right? Yeah. Tosh.
Yes, go. Take him out of there. D.I. Burnside, Scannell. You all right, pal?
Yeah, I'm fine. Kid thought I was being chopsy, so he gave me a clout.
Yeah, but you're a tough old bird, right?
Yeah, you're right. Take more than this to put a dent in an old war veteran.
Yeah, all right, all right. Send it for the local papers, pal. Let's give it another try.
.218, round the back, quick!
Is it him?
Yeah, I think so, sir. Yeah, definitely.
Is your name Ronald Jacobs? I'm arresting you on suspicion of assault causing actual bodily harm.
Excuse me, officer. Remember me? Yeah, well, you want to watch it, right? Because I was there. I know what really happened.
So why haven't I got the lab results? No, I've been through. Yes, I'll hold them.
Good morning, all. Excuse me, please.
Oh, look. The other brother Grimm.
Did you cite something?
Fairy stories, that's what you and your mate are telling. Bloody fairy stories.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that then, won't we, eh? Les, have a word. I say Cooper's fan club are out in force.
Yeah, lippy bunch. You been in court before?
No.
Are we in court one?
Not as bad as it's cracked on
Look,
to
I
me.
said are we in court one?
Yes. Sit down, for God's sake, George, will you? Come on, cheer up. It's all in a good cause.
Oh, yeah.
Look, Cooper's rubbish. The dregs. He's got form, he's due for a stretch. If he gets one, it's got to be good. He's a sort of bloke.
Look, have we got time for a quick word then? I
Look,
just
hang
want
on,
to check.
hang on. Sort of bloke, every time he opens his mouth, lies come flopping out. You know what I mean? Not him. This bloke, Cooper. What are you here for?
Mike Dashwood's theft.
You mean CID actually caught someone?
PC Loxton. I've had a quick chat with Defence Counsel. They want to go for a bind over.
No way. It's a straight unlawful and malicious wounding.
That's what I said. Have to protect our boys in blue and all that.
Well, tell them where to stick it.
Fine. So long as we're agreed we want to continue. I'll see you in there.
Bind over. Cheeky git.
Yeah, well, let's hope we can get him, eh?
Oh, we will, George.
Only gone on holiday. A long weekend, would you believe? Sorry. And all he sent us? A WPC still wet behind the ears and half the flaming paper's missing.
Look, sorry, what was your name again?
Tamsin.
Tamsin, yeah. Look, Tamsin, there's no need to get nervous. All you got to do is
I
stand up.
know. Answer the questions in a loud, clear voice. If you don't understand something, say so.
Don't lose your temper. Stand up straight. Smile nicely at the judge. Yeah, they'll love it. Mind you, you got to be careful about your reputation. It's all too easy to get one in this job. You got a boyfriend?
Colin Edward Cooper. You stand charged on an indictment which contains one count. In that count, you are charged that on the 10th day of September 1989, Linden Road, London E2, you did unlawfully and maliciously wound Stephen Loxton, contrary to Section 20, Offences Against the Persons Act 1861. To that count, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Linden Road. Opposite the post office. You know.
Well, I'm not
Well,
really...
anyway, that's where it was, right? In the car park at the back, this baby. I mean, what would you have done?
Well,
It's cooking
I'd
in
have-
there, roasting, windows are shut, full in the sun.
Well, I'd have looked for its mum.
It wasn't Mum, it was Dad. in the pub with another woman. And here he is, all over her. She looked like a tart, really. So I go in, and I say...
excuse me a minute, love. Steve, can we just check through our notes?
Eh?
Check our notes.
We've done that.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to go over it again, OK?
Well, go on, then.
All right. I went into the rear of the pub where I saw the defendant brandishing a steak knife and threatening Constable Loxton. Oi, was that right, or what?
Your notes, pal.
Tamsin, could I have a word?
Yeah,
Did you know Sergeant Willis was going on holiday?
1310, Constable.
No, hold on, 1310, yeah?
I mean, no one knows.
I mean,
where
how
he
did I
is.
get there so quick?
Not even a leaf.
If the shout was
No
not for
person
1308 and I was
suggests
in
he
Down
stayed
Park,
on.
there's no way I
You
could have got
weren't.
the...
Does anyone know where the man went?
Well, it was only a long weekend.
What is the point of the scene of crimes officer taking lifts from the shoe prints if Sergeant Willis then goes and loses the shoes? And the lab report, and then doesn't even turn up here on the day, hmm? These are vital pieces of evidence, and he is a vital witness. How's this been allowed to happen?
You were in Linden Road. Stop making problems, will you? No one's going to ask you where you were, are they?
Oh, Constable Loxton.
I swear by Almighty God, the evidence I shall give will be the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Police Constable Stephen Loxton, 363, Sunhill Police Station.
Constable Loxton, did you have occasion to go to the Swan Public House, Linden Road, on September the 10th, 1989?
Is he giving you a bit of bother? Old Flash Harry?
No.
Well, just you stand up to him. It's not your fault he's lost his vital piece of evidence.
I then said, give me the car keys and I will fetch the child to you. Cooper said, get stuffed, Your Honour.
And then what happened?
The barmaid came in with steak and chips. Mr. Cooper and Mrs. Riley sat down at a table. I again asked for the keys. Mr. Cooper lost his temper and threw a bar stool at me.
Carry on.
I ducked and hit a mirror, which shattered.
And I think at this point you told him he was under arrest and radioed for assistance.
Yes.
And what happened while you were waiting for this assistance to arrive?
He ran off, sir. I gave chase and cornered him in the dustbin area at the back of the pub. I then saw that he had a knife in his hand.
And how was he holding this knife?
He was pointing it at me, threatening me with it.
You're lying! You're bleeding well lying!
It's obvious. Look at him. Can't you see? He's a lying pig.
He's bloody lying!
Mr. Cooper, I must ask you to restrain yourself. You do your case no good whatsoever with uncontrolled outbursts of that sort. And if members of the public cannot keep quiet, they will not be allowed to remain in my court. I think we may as well now adjourn for lunch. We will resume at 2 o'clock.
Thoughtful rise.
By the time the defence counsel finished with him, he didn't know what day it was. Defendant walked, and 2 weeks later he handed his papers in. Never wanted to go into court again.
Excuse me.
Mike?
Yeah?
Do you have to?
Do I have to what?
You went into the pub and looked inside the 2 public bars, and then you entered the saloon bar and saw the defendant with a woman. What exactly was he doing when you went in, by the way?
He was kissing her.
And did you think this woman was probably his wife?
No, I thought she definitely wasn't his wife.
I see. So when you saw him in the situation you've just described, knowing full well that his young child was shut up in a car, in the car park, in the heat, with no windows open, crying, what on earth did you think of him?
I thought he was pathetic, sir.
Pathetic?
Well, he's got to be, hasn't he? Treat your kid like that. I mean, a man like that isn't fit to be a father, in my opinion.
Let us turn now to the matter of the knife. Now, the police doctor said that you had a gash which required 2 stitches. You have told the court this was caused by Cooper stabbing at you with his steak knife after you had both run outside.
Yes.
Although, as the surgeon agreed, the gash could have been caused by a splinter of glass. And presumably there was a lot of glass lying about after the mirror was broken, yes?
Yes, but that's not how my hand got cut.
You're sure about that, Constable Loxton?
Yes, sir.
Let me just read you the doctor's report on Mr. Cooper's injuries when he arrived at the police station. a cut lip, a black eye, bruising and swelling on the left cheek, bruising to the chest, lacerations and swelling on the left upper thigh, the right shin. Mr. Cooper didn't come off awfully well in the yard, did he?
He was resisting arrest, sir. He had a knife.
And these injuries were merely the result of using the minimum force necessary to disarm him, yes?
Yes.
Can you describe how you disarmed him?
Well, I locked his arms behind his back, sir. Forced the knife out of his grasp.
And then you sort of frog-marched him back inside?
Yes.
To await police backup?
Yes.
So the knife was left outside on the ground, and you picked it up later?
I'm not sure.
But you just told us you used a great deal of force on the defendant to get the knife off him, and then you took him back inside. You agree you said that?
Yes.
So, the knife must have been left outside on the ground unless you picked it up, which would have been difficult if you were restraining Mr. Cooper.
Yes.
So which was it? Did you leave the knife outside on the ground, or did you pick it up?
I think I must have left it outside.
You all right?
Yeah.
He didn't mean to scare you by what he said before, I mean. It's just talk.
Yeah, I know.
You'll be fine. No worries.
Constable Garfield?
Looks like your number's up.
Garfield?
Yeah,
Good luck.
thank you. I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth. George Garfield, Police Constable 218, Sunhill Police Station.
Now then, Constable Garfield. On September the 10th of this year, you were, I believe, on patrol in a police panda and received a request for assistance over your radio. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
Would you like to refresh your memory from your notes, Constable?
Thank you, Your Honour. I went to the Swan Public House in Linden Road. Upon my arrival, I went to the rear of the pub, where I saw the defendant brandishing a steak knife and threatening Constable Loxton. He was shouting, "I'm going to kill you, you filth."
Carry on.
As PC Loxton was attempting to control Mr. Cooper, I disarmed him.
You took the knife from him.
Yes, sir.
The knife, or a knife identical to the one that has already been identified.
Yes, sir.
So this knife was in the defendant's hand when you entered the yard?
Yes, sir, it was.
Those are all the questions I have for you. Would you please wait there?
Constable Garfield, you say that when you arrived at the Swan Public House, you simply took the knife from the accused?
Yes, sir.
Without any violence or struggle?
Well, PC Loxton had restrained him by then, sir.
Indeed, he had. In fact, we're told Mr. Cooper's injuries are consistent with kicking a man in the legs, punching him about the face and the body. However, in spite of all that, Mr. Cooper, who is a small man, an asthmatic man, grimly held on to the knife until you arrived, yes?
Yes.
Of course, PC Loxton, in his evidence, has told us that, in fact, Mr. Cooper dropped the knife during the scuffle in the yard. What have you got to say about that, Constable Garfield?
Yeah, well, that is possible, sir.
Yes, but you can't say two things at once, Constable. Are you saying that PC Loxton disarmed Mr. Cooper in the yard, or that you took the knife away from him?
Constable Loxton disarmed him, Your Honour.
Sir, the version you gave us a minute ago was untrue.
I remembered what happened now. I was confused.
Constable, if you'll forgive me for saying so, none of this makes any sense. Indeed, the jury must be wondering, was there in fact a knife involved at all?
Yeah, well, of course there was.
Are you sure? I mean, you and PC Loxton have told us very different stories about it.
I've told you, I was a bit confused.
Confused, perhaps, because you were lying? Because you couldn't remember the story you and Constable Loxton concocted together?
No, sir.
I put it to you, officer, that there was no knife and no assault by my client, and that later you and your colleague concocted the knife story in order to charge my client with a serious offence.
No, sir.
That is all the questions I have for the witness. And how long have you been married?
8 years, sir.
And you have 3 children?
Yes, sir. And they mean the world to me. I'm my wife.
And for the past 6 years, you've been unemployed?
Yes, sir. Because of the asthma, sir.
And does your wife work?
Yes, she's a cleaner for British Rail, sir.
So I dare say you look after the children quite a bit while your wife's at work.
That's correct, my lord.
And tell me about Mrs. Riley. Who is she?
She's the wife's sister-in-law, my lord.
You don't need to call your barrister my lord.
Thank you, sir. She was going to look after the boy for the afternoon while I went up to the hospital. But there wasn't any funny business like what he said. I wasn't kissing her or anything. She's a relation. And I'd only been there 15 minutes, so I don't know where he gets an hour from.
Thank you, Mr. Cooper. Just answer the questions.
Yeah, but he lost his right to. He went bananas. There I was, sitting there, minding my own business, and all of a sudden he's in front of me screaming and shouting, and now he's trying to say it was all me.
Mr. Cooper.
Exhibit A, found in a cupboard in the custody area, would you believe? Didn't you see him in there? Brian. Yes, thanks, mate. 5 hours late, but what the hell? No, don't open them.
I picked up the bar stool to shove him off, but he grabs it and chucks it at me. I ducked, hit the mirror. There was glass everywhere. And then he came at me again. And he put his hand onto the bar onto a bit of glass and cut himself.
I see. And then?
Well, I ran away, sir. I was dead scared.
Where did you run to?
At the back, sir. But he caught me up. Gave me a dusting. Knocked me to the ground. Was kicking me. He was punching me in the head. And all the time he was saying...
Yes.
He was saying, your lordship, that he was going to get me in the balls so I couldn't be a father again. And that knife, if that knife's got his blood in it, it's because he put it there himself. Because I never had that knife in my hand.
Cooper.
I never saw it till I got to the police station. He stitched me up, he has.
That's right, Colin. You tell them. Don't let them get away with it.
Usher, please remove the lady from the court. She has been warned. Mr. Cooper, may I remind you once again, if you cannot control yourself whilst giving evidence, I shall have to caution you for contempt of court.
It's all lies. I don't understand what's going on. I don't. I should be in there. Someone should be telling them.
Well, that's that up the creek.
Yeah, I know. They stand there, wigs and gowns, posh voices and all that. They do it every day. They're bound to be able to run rings around us.
Not if you're telling the truth, they couldn't.
Right. While the jury has its little think, I think I'll go and chat to the lovely Tamsin. Hope you noticed the cool way I got in there dinner time, by the way. Well, the old pizza. Gave her the old chat. What's the matter, out my way?
No.
Hey?
I want to know what's going on first.
You what?
That day we nicked Cooper.
Yeah?
We went back and we checked through our notes, yeah?
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember quite where I'd seen the knife.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely saw it. You showed me all the blood on it and all of that. But everything was a bit muddled. And I couldn't remember exactly where the knife had been when I first came in.
Yeah.
So I asked you. And you told me the knife had been in his hand.
I didn't tell you. I reminded you.
Okay. So I thought, right. Well, that's where it was then.
Yeah.
So that is what I wrote down.
George, what is your problem?
Problem? I'll tell you what the problem is, pal. When you was in that box, that's not exactly what you said, is it?
I got confused for a moment, then I remembered.
Oh, yeah, sure, that's just great. So your evidence makes me look like a complete prat.
Look, what is all this? Just leave it out, will ya?
Wait. Look, you're like a gnat buzzing round my ear hole, you are.
Look, I just want to get this straight. Now, you said that I saw the knife in his hand. That's what I thought I remembered. But now I'm not so sure. I mean, I don't see how it could have been. For all I know, Steve, you might be fitting him up.
You might have knocked him about just a bit too much and then planted the knife on him to cover yourself, just like the man said. And if that's what you've done... Yeah, if. Right. Then it's not right.
Oh, dear.
Look, there's right and there's wrong, OK? And in my book, fitting somebody up is wrong, right?
Shall I tell you something? Shall I tell you what happens to coppers who don't stick by their mates?
I'm not
Very
saying
soon
that
they
at
find they don't have any mates, that's what. And what is the one thing a copper needs above everything else? Even above a clean
I'm
nose?
not saying...
His mates! Else, who's going to come to his rescue in a tight corner? Who's going to back him up? No one. And a copper with no backup. You know what he is?
Look,
Dead meat!
Look! I'm not saying I'm not sticking by you, because I am. But if you're not 100% sure about that knife...
That is enough, George!
That is enough. OK. Fine.
All parties in the case of Crown versus Cooper, please return to court number 1.
No, I'm sorry, Steve. I'm not interested. I mean, for all I know, he might be innocent.
Cooper's previous. Shoplifting, burglary, breaking and entering. 2 kids in care. Innocent he. See you, Georgie girl.
I've spent hours on this case. Days. Paperwork, interviews. And is it all worth it, I ask myself. He's stolen hundreds of pounds from that fruit machine, and he'll probably be found not guilty. Why are we bothering?
The trial's been adjourned. We've got to come back next week. Hey, you all right?
Yeah, sorry.
Case over?
No. Steve's still in there. I was only staying out of interest. But I've lost it.
Lost?
Interest.
On the one count of this indictment, which charges the defendant with an assault occasioning grievous bodily harm, have you reached a verdict upon which you are all agreed?
Yes.
And do you find the defendant guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Yes.
Is this the verdict?
Well done, Carl. Well done.
Yes.
Well done, son.
I'm going back to the office and going through these files with a fine-tooth comb. I'm going to find those missing reports, and I'm going to ring Sergeant Willis. Oh, if you're looking for your mate, he's gone off with our little WPC. All right for some, isn't it? I don't care if he's in Timbuktu. He's going to be in this court on Monday morning, 10 o'clock sharp. We're going to win this case, Les, if it bloody kills me. And don't forget those trainers.
Sophie?
Still on for tonight?
Yeah, can't get there till 8:15.
OK, I'll book the table for 8:30.
Okay, see you. Don't bring the brigadier. Well done, son. You'll be hearing from me, Loxton.
Be my guest. Fill your boots, son.
All right, Robbie.
There, George. You would like to go out for something to eat, would you?
Well...
Only haven't eaten since breakfast. I'm starving.
Yeah, all right, then that'd be great. Didn't you have a pizza with Steve?
Sorry?
Oh, nothing. Come on.
Mrs. Mitchell,
Yes.
you did call us?
No, I did.
Kettle on.
Sorry, things are a bit fraught.
Well, perhaps we could talk more privately.
Yes, please, come in.
Cheers.
So, input-wise, what did the media course offer you, Derek?
Well, it's quite surprising, really. It was very enjoyable. I am now an expert in down-the-line interviews and sausage stoppers.
Pardon?
Well, that's the aim, you see. To hit the old man with a visual while he sits down for his dinner.
It's some sort of joke, Derek.
No, sir. But it's got to be a really powerful image to stop him in his tracks.
with fork, sausage impaled between plate and open mouth, you see. Sausage stopper.
I try not to watch too much television.
But jargon aside, the media can be a very useful tool in many areas. Maybe we're conservative in using them.
5 days?
Yes, but she's always come back before.
Before?
Always.
Well, you've never reported it.
No.
Well, she's only 14.
We didn't like to bother you.
Because, as I said, she always comes back.
Well, does she tell you where she's been? Are there any friends I could get in contact with?
There are a couple of girls who come to the house sometimes, but...
We don't know who they are.
Look, this could be serious. I mean, if you've got any ideas, you've got to let us know.
Would you like a cup of tea? We're having one.
No, thank you.
I told you, we should have done something the last time.
340 from Sierra, Oscar.
Veronique's a good girl.
We've got
Really?
a missing young girl.
I'm sure she wouldn't do anything to hurt us intentionally.
IC1. As soon as I've got some more information, I'll get back to you.
That missing girl, sir?
I thought that was straightforward.
Well, not exactly. She's been gone 5 days.
What, and only reported now?
Yes, sir.
Well, you better get it tracked down.
I'm in the process, sir. All staff are being alerted, and I've told Chief Inspector Reed.
Yes, well, let's pull out all our own stops first, shall we?
Does she tell you where she goes?
That's about 8 months ago.
Pretty girl. We'll have it copied and return it to you. I still don't understand why you didn't report her missing earlier.
And then she just walks in. I'd look a right mug, wouldn't I?
We'd rather have false alarms, sir.
Veronique looks after herself.
She is only 14, Mr. Mitchell. She's still your responsibility.
What the hell do you mean by that? You obviously haven't any children because it doesn't work like that. She does what she bloody well likes, and what can I do in this thing?
Yeah, all right, all right.
You haven't a clue.
Look, I didn't mean to offend you.
Yes, well, swap places with me and see if you'd take offence.
Perhaps if I could check her room.
Yes, all right, come on then.
Yes?
Mr. Mitchell said I could check her bedroom.
There's nothing there.
I'm afraid it's necessary.
You can be present if you want.
No. I couldn't.
Right then.
It's always her bedroom the rows are about.
Yeah, well, I think all kids are the same.
But if I spoke to my mother the way she spoke to me, all I did was tidy it up.
We all have territory, Mrs. Mitchell.
But she wasn't brought up to be a pig.
I thought I'd seen it all, but those two are on another planet.
Behind closed doors, eh?
Oh, they don't give a monkey's.
No, I don't agree. Look, they've got problems in there. The last thing they need is us wielding the big stick about parental responsibility. I heard you going on to him.
Well, it had to be said. I mean, if we find her topped because of their delay...
Calm down. What's the problem?
This.
As requested, sir.
Staff?
Most of them are on the streets.
Good. Ah, the parents have agreed to publicise.
Reluctantly, but yes, sir.
Right, shut the door, pull up a seat. I want a witness.
Sir?
Because I am going to use my initiative. And anyone in this job who has the temerity to do that needs one. Ah, yes. Hello, my name is Conway. Chief Inspector Conway, Sun Hill Police. Oh, you do? Bob Lampton. I'm sorry, you have the advantage, but I'm sure if I saw your face. But I realise this is a bit of an imposition, but I'm after a really big favour.
Only 250 for the year's membership there, and you can pump iron up till 11. Full schedule, Panata gear, the lot.
His posing pouch and gold medallion are in a post.
For that kind of money, it'd be easier to get plastic surgery.
And if you only use the place for showers, it's for nothing.
The ones here are free.
I'm sorry, Reg, but the extent of my fitness kick was buying myself a Jane Fonda cassette. That's still in the cellophane.
Yeah, no, but look, hear me out. After you finish the workout, you can relax. You can relax under a high-intensity sunbeam.
Oh, I see. So you think I'm in need of a good tan, do you, Reg?
No, well, you're only tinted, aren't you? Let's be fair. Still, it is good for the skin tone. Skin tone. Yeah. I haven't had a major spot on my shoulders for a fortnight now.
Do you mind?
Oh, there might be a shout later.
Go on about.
It could be arranging a search for this missing girl.
We've another half hour, Yex.
Everyone has to have one.
Blue jeans and a white T-shirt? Great.
You know, this encroachment on personal time flies right in the face of Federation policy.
Just tumbles out, doesn't it, Reg?
What's that?
So please, stop what you're doing. It'll only take a second, and it could make a dramatic change to someone's life. Go and look in the street, in the garden, any shed or garage. Look at the person standing next to you. It could be Veronique. She's only 14, and she has to be found. Any sightings, and don't worry if it's not her, please. We must know at Sunhill. This is Derek Conway handing you back to Morton Black to continue your programme. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That'll teach him to send me on courses.
Oh, sir.
I got one for me, Quinnen.
Yeah, I was just on my way. Sir, there's this as well. I found it in her bedroom. If you could put it in a safe place.
You know what to do with it, Quinnen. Fill out a Form 66, property relating to possible crime, then take it to the property store.
I'd rather not, sir.
I'm sorry?
Well, it's not the sort of thing you want to leave lying around for anyone to read. Well, I mean, it's obvious she's on the game, and, well, put it this way, they don't usually write it down.
All right, come with me. I'll lock it up, OK? This is a surprisingly moral streak in you, Quinnen.
Yeah, well, some things get through sometimes, don't they? Thank you, sir.
Hey! Over there on the bridge.
Pardon, love?
The girl off the radio. What's she on about? That girl they described. You're looking for her.
Veronique, yeah?
There's 3 of them.
Right. Look, I don't know which planet you're from, but read my lips. I require names and addresses. Otherwise, you'll all be beamed directly to a cell. OK, Jim, yours first. Look, keep that lot away from a naked flame, otherwise we'll all end up in orbit.
John, I'm going to get hold of Ford and give it a hand with the searches, all right?
If you don't mind,
Full house, Sergeant.
Pneumonia. We've got 5 and I'm going to get Ford to give us a hand with the searching.
I still haven't found her, though, have we? Any joy with the diary?
Well, I've been through a few addresses that are in it, but it's the usual haunts, the park, the pub, the Pope Road circuit.
Seems Mr. Conway set a real hair away with this one.
Yeah, but he hasn't got to catch it, has he?
Come on, look, you're in enough trouble.
Excuse me. Hello. You decent?
Depends on the circumstances, Frank. All go downstairs, I hear.
Yeah. I'll take my hat off to Derek Conway. Smart idea, that.
Very. I wouldn't have thought of it myself.
Only trouble is, it looks like becoming a monster. Growing a new head every second.
Can't hurt to find the cracks in the system, Frank. So how's your report?
Scribed. Should be on your desk by lunchtime.
Quick.
Marion is quick-fingered.
So I've heard.
Listen, any chance of me grabbing a flyer?
The place isn't going to collapse without you.
Great. I'll send you a postcard.
You do that.
Any objections?
Feel free.
Come on, don't take life so seriously.
Oh, I don't want to lecture you, thanks.
Oh, I wasn't going to give you a lecture. What's eating you?
It's nothing. Nothing. That whole family situation's unreal.
Well, there's nothing new in child prostitution.
She's 14, for God's sake.
Oh, come on, Dave. What's the matter with you?
I've got sisters, Jean.
Yeah, so?
When my old man screwed off, I saw what happened to them. With the youngest, especially the youngest, I saw what happened to her.
Never knew you had a younger sister.
I won't forget having to chase her halfway around the country. I've been there, June. She won't get over it. He destroyed her. And that bastard destroyed the whole family, and I'll never forgive him for that, never!
Yeah, all right. Look, I'm really sorry. I didn't realise.
Nice.
Let's change the subject, eh?
Just got a bit close to home.
Yeah, I know.
It's just sparked something off.
Look, you know as well as I do that every family's situation's different. My gut feeling is that these parents still care for the girl.
Well, wait 5 days before calling for us.
You really saying you don't know the answer to that? Don't you think that part of their attitude might stem from the fact that they know very well what she's doing? I think you should have told them about the diary.
So I'm going to say to him, not only is there a strong possibility that your daughter might be found murdered, but she's also on the meat rack. Oh, it's brilliant.
Look, parents have instincts, Dave. I mean, often they can see something staring them in the face, they don't want to accept it, so they put the shutters up.
You're saying I should tell them?
Well, don't you think somebody's got to? All right, I'll do it if you want.
No, it's my problem. Thanks.
So every time I want to make a decision that directly affects the practical day-to-day policing in this subdivision, I've got to contact the press office.
Where media coverage is concerned, yes.
Well, that's ridiculous.
There is a procedure, Derek.
Oh, right. And while they sit on their great fat dates, sifting through what they think is newsworthy, some kid remains at risk on the streets. So, sir, sorry.
It is not your business to override the tried and tested policy. You didn't even tell me.
Oh, I see.
Loyalty happens to rank very high in my book.
When I came here, you gave me to understand that I was responsible for the day-to-day running of this subdivision.
Look, you acted entirely impulsively. You countermanded me.
And what if I was a woman, eh?
You better stop right there.
No. I want this out in the open right now. Now, ever since Kim Reed came to this, Nick, I've had to take a back seat. All right. I've heard what a bloody good operator she is. Well, fine. But I've kept this leaky ship afloat for a long time.
There is nothing wrong with your career prospects.
It would be nice to be told that now and then.
Paranoid, Derek.
It's called stock taking, sir. You're always saying your door is constantly open. Well, I'm walking through it.
You wouldn't have been sent on the course if anything had been amiss.
Sweetener.
Look, can't we talk about this calmly in more convivial surroundings?
No. It's off my chest. Not that it does any good.
All I'm asking is that before you talk to the radio, you talk to the press office and me first, that's all.
If you say so, sir.
You found her.
No. Can I,
Can I stop you? Oh, let the sodding thing go. With any luck, you'll get run over.
Is your wife in, Mr. Mitchell?
No.
Oh, pity.
Well, what do you want?
I'd have preferred Mrs. Mitchell to be present.
Yes, well, she isn't here, is she?
Look, Mr. Mitchell, we're going to have to talk about this.
Well, yes.
It's a bit more complicated than we thought.
The men, you mean?
Yes.
I knew you were going to find out the first day I saw you. That's why I didn't like you. I've known for 3 months now. It's destroying me. I tried to tell my wife. She didn't believe me, dismissed it. So I've watched alone. Seen them drop her off. Have you any idea what that does to you? Blokes in suits!
There's no point in torturing yourself, Mr. Mitchell.
Yes, that's exactly the right word.
Why didn't you get in touch with one of the support agencies? They're geared up for this sort of thing.
Have her put in care.
No, not necessarily.
Stick her in one of those places, you'd be 10 times worse. No, as you put it so delicately before, she's our responsibility.
Look, I want to help.
Stay with me till my wife comes back. Perhaps if all three of us talk.
Yeah, sure.
She won't be long. She's out searching the streets. You thought we didn't care about her, didn't you?
I am staying with a pal of mine who's got a hotel in Windermere.
I thought it was supposed to be a walking holiday.
Well, it is 2 miles from the nearest boozer. I'll let you into a little secret, Marion. About a month ago, I was sitting at home in front of the goggle box, having a nightcap. And I got a sharp pain there. No, it's not what you're thinking. It's an old injury. Pulled intercostal between the ribs. Got it nicking Alfie the rat. Anyway, it started me off thinking that when the great governor in the sky eventually gives me a tug, that's how I'm gonna go. So I'm making a few adjustments.
And everyone thought it was Kim Reed who'd calmed you down.
Nick gossip, darling. Wouldn't get you under at the one.
Right, I've really got to go and powder my nose.
I won't be a second.
Oh, Derek, I just wanted to...
Sorry, I'm just on my way out.
Something I said or something I did?
Pardon?
Well, the vibes aren't exactly warm and inviting, Derek.
It's not your fault.
I believe you, thousands wouldn't.
Look, I'm not after a padded shoulder to cry on, Kim.
Suit yourself. I just wanted to congratulate you on the radio appeal. It's a first-class idea.
Really? Well, don't tell Mr. Brownlow you get a B- for judgment.
What, he objected to it?
Yes. It embarrassed him, apparently. Now, if you excuse me, I've got a meeting.
A minute, sir. Excuse me. Marie Mitchell. Well?
What's this then?
She's only 14, sir.
And a half.
Oh, my God.
Right, come on, love. Thanks for the pizza.
Look, there was nothing in it.
We're going to need to speak about this, sir.
It's all right, you don't have to hold my arm.
Look, a lot of people have been very worried about you.
Please, isn't there some other way of dealing with this? I'm a married man.
Aren't we all?
But I just saw...
Is there any point in grandstanding this, sir?
But you saw 14?
Come on, sir.
Never off duty, are you?
With a bit of luck, I'll find Lord Lucan on Scarfell Pike.
It's unavoidable, sir. All my staff are going to have to remain on duty.
Overtime?
I'm afraid so, sir.
Mr. Conway know about this?
I believe so, sir.
Where is he?
Well, actually, I think Chief Inspector Conway deserves a pat on the back for his part.
Yes, well, I appreciate your rank loyalty, Andrew. But even I know that it was luck and Frank Burnside's social arrangements that cracked this one.
Maybe, but he did create the atmosphere. Not only have we 18 crime detections, we've also netted an absconder and another missing girl.
Yes. Well, that's as may be. Somebody's got to stop this bandwagon rolling before it crashes.
The man you were with at the restaurant?
Alan, yeah.
You know him well, do you?
Not very. I see him about once a week. Not every week. It depends on what he's doing. Business, you know how it is. Oh, I wasn't with him all the time, if that's what you're thinking.
Well, where were you then?
All over. West End mostly. Parties, you know. I can look after myself, you know.
No, Veronique.
I'm not on my own. I'm not in any danger. I'm fine.
You don't understand. You don't know these people.
Yes, I do.
Will you listen to what he's telling you? He's your father.
You can't trust them.
Yes, I
No,
can.
no, you can't.
Yeah, all right, all right. I don't know what to say to her.
You're too young to understand. You need us.
No. You need me.
Are we going to do?
It'll be up to the child protection people. They'll make a decision about whether or not she should be taken into care.
I'm not going into a home.
The courts and the social workers will decide that.
But I don't want to go into care.
Mum, you'd better do some pretty serious thinking then, hadn't you? Because that's where you're going to end up if you can't be controlled. Do you understand? Don't think you've got it all sussed, my girl, because you haven't. I've seen dozens of little girls like you, and I've seen where they end up. Believe me, it's not very nice. You heard of AIDS? Do you know what can happen to prostitutes? Don't look like that. That's what you are. You're a little prostitute. And they end up in the gutter with heroin habits and beaten up faces. They won't be taking you to West End parties. They'll be taking you to the casualty department at the hospital, if you're lucky.
Dad.
It won't be much longer, Mr. Mitchell.
I'll take it.
I'll open the door for you.
Don't do that.
Julia Jane Royal.
So where's the defendant? He's not turned up again.
He's what? Look at his mouthpiece has.
Come in, George. So, what's his excuse this time?
The same as the last. His reliance upon a kidney machine.
But that's just another con trick.
Yeah, you could be right.
Kidney patient or no kidney patient, James Price is still a fraudsman. He's conned too many people.
So what are we doing?
Well, I suggest we ask for the court to receive audience in the absence of the accused due to ill health.
But his brief won't buy that, will she?
No. It's my bet they'll try for a further remand.
With bail again?
Of course.
But that can go on and on until it no longer looks like a triable offence. Which means we can't take it to our higher court, because some clever bastard will start saying that a long remand is sentence enough.
They're obviously after sympathy from the court.
Yeah? What about sympathy for Price's victims? Cheated out of their life savings, most of them. And I'd like to know the answer to another thing. Why was this case switched to a bench? Because a stipendiary wouldn't have put up with this. He'd have seen right through the bull.
You'll have to thank Price's solicitor for that one.
What, you mean she rigged it?
Well, let's say she knows her courts and when to keep her clients away from the stipes.
Marvellous.
It's just a matter of ducking and diving at the right times. We all do it.
Do we?
The stipendiary for today had a heavy list to deal with.
Looks like it.
You know something, George? I bet you that Price is out there somewhere now setting up another con. I mean, all that claptrap about a CAPD machine. I reckon he plugs himself in and out of the mains whenever it suits him. I mean, he's not exactly knocking over banks, is it? In his game, he can operate just as well on one cylinder.
But that's not the way the bench will see it. Especially not this bench.
What do you mean, especially not this bench?
Price's solicitor knows her courts. Today's chairman is also a member of the General Medical Council. A nice move, eh?
Well, you two, give us an hand with this lot, will you?
What? We've just come in for refreshments.
Look, it'll only take a minute. Now grab hold of this. So where's it going? CID.
What, up them stairs?
Yep, up them stairs.
Yeah, well, sorry, if you lot want to kick your office out, you'd better get the civvies in to help you.
This isn't for us. We're still using carbon paper.
So who is it for?
This is evidence, this. Vital evidence. Now, mind how you pick it up. I'll see you up there. Yeah, for that.
I represent the defendant, James Anthony Price.
Mr. Price is not here in person.
No, sir. My client is unable to surrender to the custody of the court because of illness. He is unable to travel or to give evidence, even though he had every intention of doing so prior to his sudden relapse.
What's the nature of his illness, Miss Porter?
My client suffers from periodic kidney failure, sir, and relies upon peritoneal dialysis. Well, due to the stress of preparing himself for this hearing, he's had an attack, which has produced nausea, vomiting, and a high temperature. He has been advised by his GP to stay home and rest.
Do you have a certificate from the doctor stating this?
I do. A copy has also been sent to the court.
And how long is Mr. Price likely to be in this condition?
For a few days, maybe a week. Therefore, I would like to ask the court for a remand with bail for a period of 2 to 3 weeks.
Do you want to say anything, Mr. Marr?
Yes, sir. This is the second occasion on which the defendant has failed to surrender to custody, sir. I would ask that the matter be dealt with today, sir.
But Miss Porter's told her client's ill, not able to attend court.
Yes, sir. But it is the belief of the arresting officers that the defendant is still capable of engaging himself in activities designed to mislead and defraud.
While on bail?
Yes, sir.
Will the arresting officers be telling the court that they have proof of this?
No, sir.
Well, let's deal with the evidence that we have got then, shall we? Now, what do you ask?
Well, as the offence involved dishonesty in respect of a fairly substantial sum of money, we ask that the defendant be committed to trial to a higher court under a Class 4 offence so that witnesses may be called.
Without a preliminary hearing in this court?
In the view of illness, sir, we ask that evidence be given in the absence of the accused.
Do you think your client would agree to that, Miss Porter?
I would need to take instructions on that, sir.
How long has your client had this illness, Miss Porter?
For most of his life, sir.
You see, even though it's alleged that he's committed these fairly serious crimes, we feel obliged to sympathise with his predicament, to a degree.
Here we go.
Mr. Mann, we understand your need to have this case heard as quickly as possible, but we feel that the defendant should have the opportunity of giving evidence on his own behalf in this court before committal proceedings to a higher court are considered by us.
Yes, sir.
Miss Porter, do you think your client will be able to attend court in about 2 weeks?
I would say so, yes.
Is the bail unconditional?
Yes, sir.
Right. Further remand with bail of 14 days.
Next case, Your Worship, number 4, Stephen Armstrong and Sylvia Duffy. Stephen Armstrong and Sylvia Duffy.
So what happens in 2 weeks' time if they manage to wind it again? Our witnesses could go cold on us. You know what it's like. Little old people with their savings in teapots and a little bit more in the building society until price got at them. They tend to call it a day, don't they? Put it all down to bad luck.
Well, not all of them.
But most of them. Tell me something, George. What happens if we can prove that Price is not as ill as he seems to be? Prove that he gets out and about?
Well, if that can be proved, it could well be said he's breaking conditions of bail, which means we get a warrant for his arrest.
Thought so. Thanks.
Hiya.
All right, Tosh. What's up with this thing?
It's on the blink.
Yeah, so's the one in the recreation room.
Yeah, I know.
How are you supposed to get a quick cup of coffee in this place without having to queue up?
Oh, that's easy. You make it yourself.
Brilliant.
Serves you right.
I've given up making my own coffee in this place. And do you know why?
No.
Because no one except Muggins here bothers to bring anything in. I mean, have you ever seen Jimmy Carver putting his hand in his pocket for a jar of coffee or a packet of sugar?
No.
Or Burnside?
Never.
No, because I get lumbered every time.
Yeah, well, life's a con, innit, eh?
So, what's this lot doing in here?
That container load that went missing a couple of months back. This is some of it. Well, I've got 3 of them. Just need to find another 52. There's a load of mugs in this world, isn't there? Eh? I mean, look at this lot. Yankee equipment on its way to US bases in Europe when it got nobbled, and now it's just turned up on the bent market. Some people will do anything just to get their hands on flashy machinery on the cheap.
Looks all right to me.
Yeah, but it's not all right. It's the wrong voltage for a start, and you've got to lug around this transformer to make it work. There's 6 months left of spare parts and equipment. I mean, what are you going to do then? You can't go back to the makers, can you?
So where did you find these?
These two are in the back of a nicked van. That one's just turned up. Some small business went bust, and when the bailiffs went in to stick a few tickets on things, they got sus when they saw this lot. So, I should get an idea where they came from. Hopefully. See ya.
Good morning. Well, tried ringing him. I was going to pretend to be a punter for the Friendly Society.
So what happened?
Just got his answer phone. No sign of life?
Nah. So maybe it's true. Maybe he has had a relapse.
Never. I know the type. They only get ill when it pays them to be ill. I bet he's in there now with his feet up and a glass of scotch in his hand, laughing at us and toasting to British justice.
So, did we talk to his GP?
Yeah, what's the point? He's got all the props he needs. A medical report and that contraption he plugs himself into. To think I paid my national insurance contributions all these years to support Tuaregs like him.
So what are we going to do? Sit around here all day?
Nah, we'll come back in an hour. On the hour. We've got a pair of pliers, haven't we?
Eh?
We'll get up on the roof, disconnect his electricity supply.
Criminals who are disabled?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've known a few in my time.
Kidney patients?
No, not kidney patients. I've come across quite a few diabetics, 1 or 2 epileptics. I mean, I even knew a fellow once in a wheelchair tried to hold up a building society. Mind you, he wasn't really a criminal, you know, he was just hard up.
Yeah, and stupid.
Oh, yeah.
James Price is a kidney patient.
Yes, I know that.
And I want to know how Price operates. Therefore, I need to talk to a criminal or an ex-criminal who has to go through the same performance.
Liver wouldn't do, would it? You'd be surprised how many criminals die of cirrhosis of the liver. Drink and crime often go hand in hand, you see.
You don't have to tell me that, Ron. Thanks anyway.
How about a colostomy?
No.
So why concentrate on ex-villains? You can get much closer than that.
How?
Ex-coppers. Take Harry Pryor for a start. He's a kidney patient.
Good idea.
Oh, Ted. Oh, yes, good to see you, mate.
Good to see you too, Harry. How's the bird table business?
Oh, fine.
You know Jim Carver?
No.
Harry Pryor, he used to be with us in the old days.
Yeah, the old days. 4 years and 10 months ago.
Harry was one of the best DSs we ever had. Some say even better than me. He was in line for Galloway's job.
So what'd you do, Harry? Retire?
No, I got kicked out, didn't I?
Kicked out?
Yeah, kicked out of the game. A baseball bat did my ear in. A couple of boots in the back put paid to my kidneys. But, you know, just the everyday call, run-of-the-mill stuff, 12-step inquiry.
I'm sorry to hear that, Harry.
Listen, Harry, we'd like a favour. We'd like to have a look at your machine.
Oh, fine. Help yourself. You thinking of taking up a Mickey Mouse career, then?
No, not this. We'd like to have a look at the machine that keeps you alive.
Oh, be my guest. It's not a machine, actually, anymore. I've graduated from that. This is a glorified pump. Increased freedom, they call it. It's not what I'd call it. Here are my groceries. Dialysate bags, filters. The hospital provides all that. They also provide regular checkups, and I've got a telephone access to their technicians. It's a kind of hotline.
So nothing need go wrong?
Providing you take care of yourself. What's the problem?
Well, we've got a defendant who should be turning up in court.
Only he doesn't. And he blames one of these things.
Oh, so he's a patient?
Yeah.
And he's got an outstation set up like this one?
Right.
So what is he? He can't be a drummer.
He's a fraudsman. So, Harry, what do you do with these things?
Well, sparing you the worst details, it cleans my blood.
Great.
I've got a catheter permanently in here. So for half an hour, I pump 3.5 pints of fluid into my gut, and it stays there for a while.
For how long?
Oh, 4 to 6 hours.
How many times a day do you have to do that?
4. I don't have to worry, do I, son? I mean, they told me I can have a good time while this is happening. Enjoy myself. Listen to the wireless, watch the telly. I bet those bastards who gave me a right kicking don't have as good a time as I do they?
What about the rest of the time?
The rest of the time? Yeah, the rest of the time I just live a normal life, as they say.
Yeah, well, our con man isn't leading a normal life right now because he's decided not to play the rules. Harry, how can I get someone in your condition to panic?
Well, what have you been doing?
Well, we're watching the house.
Has he seen you?
Dunno, maybe.
Well, let him see you. Yeah, make him see you. Make him sweat. Have you talked to the locals, neighbours, shopkeepers? If you haven't, do it. Make a show of it. He knows that you can't question him while the case is pending, but I bet you he knows you've got the right to talk to anyone else. And that'll worry him too.
We tried phoning him a few times, but he won't answer.
Well, of course he won't. And he's not going to use the hotline, is he? That'll bring out a nurse or a technician. He's not going to want you talking to them, is he? Nah. Not if he's trying to put one on. Now, just stick with him. Ring him. Hound him. With a bit of luck, you make him cock up his routine.
Well, then what?
Well, then he'll panic, won't he? Then he'll have to come out.
What about a fixed shelving?
Nah, don't want it. Can't sell it.
Favreau Enterprises.
First floor.
Cheers, mate.
One hospitality trolley.
What's it look like?
How do I know?
Well, if you don't know, how do I know?
It had wheels on it.
Hey, hang on a minute.
I'm sorry, I just can't take any more orders. Yes, bye.
Ah, Mr. Prentice.
Yes.
Sunhill Police.
Police? Oh, that's all I need.
One printer.
No, back office.
Right. Oh, here, Jane.
No, you don't. Next time I was going, I'll bid for that.
Who says that?
We'll check your list. I take it you're winding up your business.
Right.
Well, that's one way of saying I've gone bust. No, not those, they're personal.
What about a plant, mate?
Yes, you could take that.
Oh, I don't want it as a real one.
It's fake.
Oh, terrific. Mr. Prentice, I want to talk to you about a Holland and Butte photocopier. Do you own one?
I did, but I mean, it's not here now. The bailiffs took
Is that
it.
yours or mine?
Mine.
You sell up all you've got left, and what you get the vultures in.
Mr. Prentice, the photocopier, where did you get it?
I bought it. Oh, look at that. Suppose I better hang on to this. It's an anniversary present from my staff for our first year together.
So where do you buy the copier, Mr. Prentice?
Oh, my ex-secretary saw a card advert in a shop, rang these people up.
What people?
Didn't give a name.
Did you realise the photocopier was stolen, Mr. Prentice?
Stolen?
Yes. Was the machine delivered to you?
No, my secretary went with one of my staff to collect it.
From where?
Well, would you believe, in a field?
Well, I had a chat with the neighbours. In full view of the house. No one's seen him today.
So, back in an hour again?
No, from now on we stay with it. Only this time, a little closer to the house. As Harry says, let's make the bastard sweat.
Yes, hello. I want a photocopier, please. I believe you sell them. Hello, yes, a copier. How? Well, I saw one of your ads in my local shop window. Yeah. Oh, have you? Yeah, well, it was a few weeks back now, I suppose, yeah. But you see, I've only just now really made up my mind that I really want one, if you see what I mean. Oh, have you? Well, that's great. Well, cash, no problems at all. No. So where do I find you? Bygate Marsh. Yeah, I know, yeah. It's by the brickyard, isn't it? Right. So do a left, then a right. Smash it. Oh, look, it's a bit quiet here at the moment, so if you'd like, I mean, I could actually pop over now and see you, if that's right with you. Yeah? Oh, that's great. All right. I'll see you then. Bye. I think I found myself another little photocopier.
Good. From where?
At the top end of a field.
Aye.
That equipment was nicked weeks ago. Now, anyone with any sense would steal it in bulk and sell it in bulk. I mean, how are they going to make any proper money as it is now, eh? Selling in ones and twos.
Who?
Listen, can I borrow your briefcase?
Sure.
So, and your brolly.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Do you need some help?
No, listen, I'll give you a ring if I do. That'll do. Here, give it.
Yeah.
There you go. Now then, do I look like an up-and-coming small-time businessman?
No.
Oh, well, I'll see you. Price isn't married, is he?
No, he's a widower, away.
I wonder if he gets that on the National Health.
I bet it's enough to make him sweat. And he's trying to tell us he's a sick man. I'm going to have another look around the back of that house.
Right.
Ted! That's on a runner. Oh, she seems to be in a hurry. Come on, baby.
Are you the man who wants to buy a photocopier? I should think so, yes.
This is going to be fun. No sweat.
This the sort of thing you're looking for? Yes.
So, what's wrong with it?
Nothing, it's fine. You'll take it then?
Yeah.
Only you'll need this and all. That's an extra 25 quid. What is it? A transformer. You never said nothing about a transformer on the phone. Look, you either want it or you don't. I'll have it. But first I want to know where you got it from.
No, can't tell you that.
And secondly, I'd like to tell you that I'm a police officer.
Hey?
Hey!
Tommy, don't be stupid!
All right, madam. Can I have your name, please?
Rose. Rose Hall.
Well, before I caution you, Mrs. Hall, perhaps you'd like to tell me where the rest of the stolen property is.
You better get in and I'll show you.
You bastard! What do you think you're doing?
All right, it's all right. We're police officers. Just
I
cool it.
don't care
Cool
who
it,
you are!
cool it.
Help him, will you? I have to get him to
Cool it.
hospital. He's ill. He's a kidney patient and his machine is packed up on him. Please help him, please. Help my father.
Kill us for this, he will. He'll kill us.
Who?
My old man. He don't like us selling the machines.
How do you mean?
Well, he doesn't. He lets me do anything else. He lets Tommy and me carry on together. Lets me go out when I like. But he doesn't like us selling the machines. I told him he was stupid to get all this stuff, but you just can't talk to him. Anything to do with machines, see? He can't leave it alone. Was it the photocopiers you wanted to see, or would you like to see the rest of the stuff as well?
Just show me, eh? Good grief.
So, I suppose you won't be talking to my husband as well, will you?
Jim.
What about the warrants?
What's the point? He's just bought himself another 6 months' freedom. If he lasts that long. Next time, Price.